The island of Puerto Rico is a place of beauty and tranquility. But the peace on this tropical paradise has been shattered. The result of an alarming number of attacks on livestock that roams the countryside. The nature of the attacks is disturbing. The unfortunate animals drained of blood. The vampire-like creature being blamed for this reign of terror is named El Chupacabra.
Chupacabra in Spanish literally means goat sucker.
I don't know what it is, but from what lies behind all these necropsies, I know that there's something rare or strange.
So it's almost a creature that seems to delight almost and terrify humans.
Animal X travels to Canavanas on the northwest of the island of Puerto Rico, which is believed to be the birthplace of the gruesome phenomenon that is El Chupacabras. Reports started to surface early in 1995 of attacks on livestock. These attacks were unlike anything seen before, and panic started to spread throughout the Hispanic community. The reports became more and more frequent, and were so consistent that they had to be taken seriously. Not even a person with a knife can make this sort of incision on an animal, and the animal has no blood left in its body. You can't see footprints anywhere, so whatever it is appears to fly. If it had been a dog or a cat, there would have been blood or something, or they would have been eaten. That was the Chupacabras, because it did not leave any blood. All the chickens have been sucked of their blood. All the descriptions of this abhorrent beast matched. Perhaps the most compelling and detailed account is that of Jose Miguel Agosto, who watched in amazement as this freak of nature crossed the yard of his garage. What Jose saw was a creature that was about 3 feet tall. It had legs that looked like a dinosaur's, and its arms were really short. When it saw him, it just leapt up into the air and straight over a fence that was about 6 feet tall. It hovered in the air before disappearing. The physical evidence that El Chupacabra leaves in its wake is the clearest indication that there is something out there that no one can explain. Dr. Carlos Soto is a veterinarian. He has seen firsthand just what this beast is capable of and how it came to be known as the Chupacabra, or goat sucker.
Primarily, the injuries were like small puncture wounds, 1 centimeter in diameter. Inside the carcass, there was a big depletion of blood, okay? And in some areas, we can see like areas where small portions of the vital organs like liver, kidneys, or portion of the heart were just removed from that small hole. I don't know what type of animal could do that, because from the predators that we know, that they will attack and they will destroy their prey. The more I'm seeing the carcasses and the more I'm doing the necropsy, the strange is what I'm seeing. It's very, very rare.
The mayor of Canavanas is Jose Soto. He certainly takes the situation very seriously. He has based his mayoral campaign on ridding the town of the beast that strikes fear into the heart of his constituents. He has set up a team whose sole aim is to capture El Chupacabras. The mayor says that there were a lot of reports from people who had complained to the authorities about the beast, and they were frustrated as no action was being taken. The people demanded that he look at the reports. When he saw them, he had no option but to start a thorough search to find whatever it was. It has been a very difficult task. It is very intelligent and is able to think and reason. He has never been able to capture one. It runs as soon as it sees humans. An animal that appears to levitate, that sucks its victims dry of blood through a small hole. It appears to look like nothing any animal seen before. What is the Chupacabra? Mr. Dominguez is a farmer in Canavanas. He has experienced a Chupacabra's attack and lost animals to this hungry beast. When he found his turkeys, all of them were dead. They were in one piece, but they were drained of their blood. Mr. Dominguez believes that the Chupacabra is the result of an experiment that the Americans have done. Are we dealing with the work of a real-life Dr. Moreau? The H.G. Wells character who meddled in genetics of animals with devastating results. Scott Corrales from Indiana in the United States is author of Chupacabras and Other Mysteries. He believes this is the most plausible explanation.
The number of experiments that have been conducted on the Puerto Rican population since the 1940s. Birth control tablets were first tested there. Agent Orange was first tested in El Yunque. In fact, there are certain parts of the rainforest that are still fenced off many years later. Radiation has been tested in El Yunque. Could we be dealing with something that is a genetic experiment? Something that's a hybrid escape from a laboratory somewhere?
Chad Deetken, a Canadian researcher, and Linda Howe, an investigative journalist from America, have both been to Puerto Rico to investigate the phenomenon.
What I discovered was a great deal of hysteria amongst people there. The Chupacabra attacks at night, which makes it quite spooky. People are afraid, literally afraid to go out at night in some areas. And of course, when people have to go out and they see a strange shadow, they immediately think Chupacabras. They also had a problem with the wounds not being the same as a dog attack. First of all, there are no mountain lions in Puerto Rico. There are very few wild animals left, especially large. Really, dogs are one of the few that could be responsible for these attacks, and I'm sure some of them were dogs and just misidentified by people. Besides dogs, there's also the possibility of rhesus monkeys, which it was rumored had escaped from an American research facility on one of the islands off Puerto Rico.
The Chupacabras, in terms of what happened and where was it from, is still a mystery. And it is so baffling because there was so much physical evidence, but there was never any hard proof in any one direction. One of the underground rumors was that maybe whatever the Chupacabras was some kind of a hybrid experiment from the past, not the present, but from the past, that had gone awry, had escaped. Now it was surfacing suddenly in Puerto Rico.
Researchers agree that there is much more for us to uncover about this mysterious creature, but they are in no doubt that people are seeing something they can't explain, and thousands of animals are being drained of blood. And until someone can prove otherwise, the legend of El Chupacabras will continue to terrify the people of Puerto Rico.
Animal X explores the weird world of animal mysteries. It said there are stranger things in heaven and earth than we can think of. You've just seen some of them on Animal X.